What news, Hunwald?
We've learned that Herefrith rode for the fort at Annikastre following the massacre. I have assembled a Fiat there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Elderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp and we'll find out together.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Fiats are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
We attack now. Ready the Fiat.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
Give... You, point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancient dead.
That's the folly of mankind, Herefrith. We wallow in our failures, like happy pigs in a sty of shit. You should have learned to enjoy it.
Eivor, is the bishop dead?
He bled too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
You fought well, ferocious swan. Notched a few scars in your baby fat today.
Yes, but they will heal. And stronger than before.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swanborough to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new Elderman of Lincolnshire, and he has sworn allegiance to us.
The loud one, an Elderman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.
I want to see the Alliance map. Tell me about Jorvik. Hytham says there are 3 more targets there.
If that is true, you are in luck. Our old friends Jor and Ljuvina have made their homes in Jorvik. Both had status and influence in Norway, so they may have valuable insights into the city's politics.
That will make my work easier.
What say you then?
I'll go now. Do you know where I might find Jor and Ljuvina?
When entering a new city, it is best to ask around the ports. The people there know more than the average peasant.
Little one, can you help me? I am looking for some friends. Do the names Hjor and Ljuvina mean anything to you?
I think I know that name. A woman. She's from Bjarmiland.
Very smart.
She sounded funny, so I asked her once. Hope it wasn't rude of me. You want to speak to the dockmaster, Grigory. I've seen him talking with her before.
My thanks. Hey, friend. Could you help me find some of my people? I'm looking for Hjor and Ljuvina.
Sure. I know him. Are you a friend?
I am.
Then you will get no help from me, or any of the other merchants for that matter. Now, if you don't mind.
Bitter. Has Hjor wronged him somehow?
Move along now. We ran a clean dock in Jorvik.
You must be the Dogmaster.
What gave it away?
Everyone hates you.
As I just explained to your friend there, if your wares have been seized, take it up with the council.
These merchants are not my friends, but I'm looking for some. Hjor and Ljuvina.
You know Hjor and Ljuvina? What business do you have with them?
We know each other from Norway. Bid farewell to that land, but not to old friends.
You may be glad to hear they fare quite well in Jorvik.
It does not surprise me. They're driven, and so am I. Now I would like to see them again.
In a manor surrounded by flowers. That's where Hjor and Ljuvina live. How about some coin for my trouble?
How about I cut out your tongue?
Forget I said anything.
Who is that? Come closer, now!
It's me, Ljuvina. It's Eivor.
Eivor? What? Who sent you? Are you with them?
Breathe, Ljuvina. You're rattled. You know me. I'm a friend.
Are you? You show up here like this. These people tried to kill me.
Cast your suspicion or be ready to kill me, because I will not raise my weapon against you.
I am sorry, Eivor. I did not mean to doubt you. It has been a tense few weeks.
Who were they? Why were they after you?
They were after this. I do not know what it is, but these men were ready to kill me for it.
A poor fellow soldier of Christ.
You know him?
I've seen a little like this before, in London. This city is in great danger. Where is Hjor?
At the Royal Hall. I will take you there. Pull up your hood. We may not be safe just yet.
It pleases me to see you, old friend. All are welcome here in Jorvik.
It is good to find you well, Hjor. Both of you.
What are you doing here? You have not come all this way for the Yuletide.
I've come to warn you, old warrior, about a rot in your city. Free figures, corrupt and dangerous. We should work together to bring them into the light and kill them before they come to power.
However I may help, I am ready.
Slow yourselves. Eivor, we cannot just go running around the city, poking and prodding and killing at will.
They nearly did me, Hjor.
What?
These people send the Red Hand after her, ready to shed blood in your streets to keep themselves a secret. But they failed.
This is the letter that was sent to our home. The needle, the firebrand, the vault.
They belong to a group called the Order of Ancients. These are their assumed names, our leads.
Listen to her, Hjor.
She has dealt with their kind before.
Corruption has seeped its way into Jorvik. But King Rici's hands are full, which means my hands are full. Counsel on this matter will fall on deaf ears.
I do not want his counsel. All I have told you stays between the three of us. But you should introduce me to the king. I'll need to align with him if we are to go about this freely.
The Picts are winning this war. We should be scraping together every ounce of silver to procure food for our men.
Understood, dear Farafit, but we also have a responsibility to our townspeople. The Yuletide must go on.
Enough! The more you argue, the more my head hurts. Sure, I was not aware we had company, the likes of which I did not approve.
You have a problem in Jorvik.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
A problem that nearly got my friend killed. Juvina was attacked by the Red Hand. They raided her home, destroyed her property, and chased her through the streets.
Those bloody scoundrels again.
She survived, but the Red Hand has been a growing problem here of late.
And what is your stake in this? You some sort of wandering mercenary?
No. This is Sigurd Jarl's Drenger. Took our old camp by the river Nene, as I hear it. I am Faravid, war chief to Halfdan Ragnarsson, and this well-fed wastrel is Audun, High Reeve of Jorvik.
I've seen rebel groups like this before. They sit and wait, and the moment you lower your guard, they spring up like weeds. If left alone, they will take Jorvik out from under you. Not what you want, not what Halfdan wants.
Oh dear.
What do you want?
Tell me what you know about the Red Hand, and I'll rid your city of them. You can go about your affairs.
They've been sticking their hands in coffers around the city, targeting nobles, merchants, and anyone else they can throttle.
And they are growing, as you said. I would rather not be worrying about them come Yuletide.
This is not something we can afford to ignore. If we do not have the means to deal with the Red Hand, we should let Eivor.
Do what you can, but do it quietly. I do not want the public alarmed. Cure. Send funds to procure food and ale for Faravid's men. And make sure there's enough left over for the feast.
But it's as I said, we don't have...
Find it. I have spoken.
He tells me to find more silver. Where? In a dragon's hoard? Come, I'll take you back to Ljufina. She will know where to begin.
You will forgive me for stepping away. I grow weary of those pissing contests.
My love, I am sorry for what happened. I should have been there.
Nonsense. You have your duties to fulfill. Besides, a few bandits is hardly something to worry over.
I am only glad you were not harmed. Eivor, I will be around if you need me.
Once you catch the tail, you do not let go.
Old habits die with the struggle.
Jor has changed, softened.
Politics. It takes the Norse out of a Norse.
I'm happy for him. You've made something of yourselves here.
Perhaps.
What do you have there?
Christian texts. The Gospels. Ecclesiastes. The Revelation of John. The Red Hand steals all they can find. We may run the city now, but the Christians must still be allowed to worship as they see fit.
Seems the Red Hand disagrees.
What's more, Althon is worried they will come for the archives next. Between this and all the uproar at the harbor, I would say we have some leads.
What does the Red Hand want with Christian texts?
That is the question. Whatever it is, there is no length they will not go to retrieve them. They have even burned people alive who refuse to hand over what they demand.
Where is the largest collection of texts in the city?
The archives. But they haven't been so bold as to attack it yet. Althon keeps a close eye on the place.
I'll try my luck there. I went by the harbor when I first arrived. The Dogmaster looked wary when I asked about you.
That does not surprise me. He's been using Jorvik's money shortage to increase taxes. As if he's been ordered to by the council. Jor would never wrong the people like that. Even if Richier demanded it. The Dark Master is a thief and a liar.
A man in need of a throttling. I'll have another look around the harbor.
Try the trade depot. It's where he's holding the merchants' wares.
I'll get started at once. No, I need you here. Listen to the voices in this hall. Look for any signs, changes in behavior, anything.
I would swallow a horse heart to join you, Eivor.
I know, old friend. Your loyalty is why I need you here. I'll return when I find something.
Thank you, Audun. I will leave with these at once.
Of course. A4, isn't it? What brings you to our archives?
I've come to ask about these Christian texts. Luvina tells me the Red Hand is stealing them.
And destroying them. I fear they will attack these archives next. The Abbess here has offered to bring the texts somewhere safe. She's been working diligently on this matter.
You flatter me, Lord. I only wish to help.
Abbess Ingeborg, this is Eivor, our honored guest from the south. Eivor has offered to help rid Jorvik of the Red Hand.
How can I help?
You say you're keeping the texts safe. Where?
Forgive me, Eivor, but as an outsider, I do not understand your stake in this. For that, I am reluctant to trust you. The texts are safest with me. I will do what I must to guard them from the Red Hand.
I admire your resolve. But unless the Red Hand is dismantled, they'll continue to harm those in possession of these texts. The Red Hand seems to know where to look for these texts. It may be someone is guiding them. What can you tell me? You know something else. That much is clear.
The Abbess has her suspicions.
As much as it pains me to say, I suspect something foul at the Rectory. I have heard whispering, collusion, and the Bishop. He has been sneaking around the Rectory, often visiting the priests in the cover of night.
Time I pay these men of faith a visit. What happened to you, stranger?
Burke, the man I work for, he did this to me, that evil man. I was simply doing a round of checks on our last shipment when he accused me of theft. Me! Theft! Please, bring me up to the bridge. I need some treatment, some medicine.
Come along, Chad. We still have work to do.
Work? You still want me to work? I can't even see my own hands, you heartless bastard.
He says you blinded him.
Aye, that I did. What is a leader to do when his men can't take their eyes off his treasure, even after several warnings?
I was not looking. You stabbed my eyes out.
Quiet now, Chad. Hand him over to me.
Muskie. Been here long, priest?
Just who do you think you are, trespassing like this? This is my property you've destroyed.
I hear you priests have been hiding ever since some Christian texts went missing. What are you hiding from?
The Red Hand? Who else? They muscle their way to and fro. No one has done a thing about it.
I'm looking for the bishop. Where is he?
Gone to his quarters. Said he would return once he finished tending to a private matter. But that was some time ago.
Show me there.
What do you mean to do with him?
Now.
Lord, forgive me.
Someone knew the bishop was conflicted and killed him before he could say a word. It's a confession. The bishop played a part in destroying these texts against his own will. The rest of the letter is burned, but makes mention of the minster and the abbess. Is that where she's been keeping these texts?
Look around. Search every room. They're around here somewhere.
It's them! It's the Red Hand! Oh, Lord have mercy!
Quiet.
Abbess, look. They are burning all of these passages. Why are you not stopping this?
Because I ordered them to.
What?
The vellum that burned before you are covered in lies. So long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
Lies? Abbess, what has happened to you? We are God's children all. Do not renounce him like this. Please, I beg of you. You can still repent. God will forgive you. You know he will.
Your mind has been poisoned, but worry not. We have the antidote. We will set a new example to which all may aspire.
You're mad. You won't get away with this. I won't let you.
No one to tell. No one who will hear your cries. If you cannot bear to watch them burn, then you should burn with them. I want it all destroyed. Every text, every passage, every scribbled piece of paper. Everything. It is time to end this.
Yes. Firebrand.
This fire that burns inside. I've always had it. A longing to do something grand and important. But that door was always shut to me. My methods deemed too severe. I was cast out. Shunned. Scorned. But the Order, they took notice of me. Saw that it was courage that drove me. Courage to change the world for the better. They reopened that door.
And you used your chance to destroy a way of life you did not support.
We have seen time and time again what happens when people are left to interpret for themselves. Knowledge must be controlled. Only then can the message be widely understood. The day where there is but one truth draws nearer. One truth, that is what the Order offers.
This one sought to spark a new flame, but did so with a heavy hand. Not a teacher's tongue.
This cleansing of yours ends here.
My work is incomplete, but not inconsequential. There are others who carry on. For one of the four is us.
Why did you say that? What does it mean?
Now I go. A flame that grows bright and burns ever more, ever light.
To Helheim, where colder and crueler fires await.
What news do you bring?
The firebrand's flame burns no longer. It was Jorvik's abbess, Ingeborg.
Gods. I would never have suspected. Does the Order's reach know no bounds?
None, and it is often those we least expect who carry out their ambitions. The abbess sought to destroy all Christian texts in the city, rid Jorvik of their ideals. She did utter a phrase that perked my ears. One of the four is ours.
4. But there are only 3 targets in Jorvik. Could there be something we're missing?
Damn Picts! Not only do they hold the north, but those lawless shits have free roam in our lands as well.
Yours said our spies are on the ground.
Under the ground. Only one of them has returned, bone-beaten and bloodied. The Howling Mother take them.
Lovina, a moment of your time. And Hjor if he's about.
I will be with you shortly.
2 more left to hunt.
The disputes coming out of the docks lately have been deafening. Head there and dig around. Something is bound to turn up.
I hear this marketplace sees its fair share of silver pass through. I have something that may interest you.
You will want to speak to Grigori.
The Dogmaster.
Sorry, who are you?
Someone who wants to do business with Grigori.
I don't know your face, and I've said too much already. Please, go.
Did I hear you talking about silver?
I'm looking to spend a large sum, not fork it over to some street beggar.
Oi! I'm no beggar, you dolt. I'm with the big dogs.
You mean the Needle?
You have something he wants. If you truly want to make a trade, head to the statue near the East Gate.
I shall. Watch yourself around here, young one.
Oh, me? Ha! Please. I've a bigger sword than the lot of them.
I'm not surprised to find you creeping down here.
You! You don't belong down here!
We run a clean dock in Jorvik. I believe those were your words. And yet here I find you swimming in silver from all the wares you seized. Are you the Needle, or just another of his pawns?
You have it all wrong. The fabric of this world has been used up, torn, shredded, you see. Someone must be there to stitch it back together. Someone with a firm yet steady hand, who can thread a needle. Someone like me.
You're a shit poet, but at least my question is answered.
Yes, well, we all have our weaknesses. Yours appears to be the iron between us.
Think your men are going to stop me?
I would not undermine them so. The Red Hand are loyal to our cause, which is more than I can say for the merchants. Make it quick! Meet me in the marketplace when you are done. Come, come, walk with me. It is good to walk.
Gregory.
Good to take in the air. The sights, the sounds, the smells.
Please, Gregory, I didn't think you'd mind. It was just a few coins.
Shh. I understand. It's not your fault. It was mine, for thinking you had anything but empty air between your ears.
With all the silver I've given you, I have nothing left to feed my children, let alone myself. Please, understand. Oh, dear God.
Merchants of Jorvik, I promised you a future rife with opportunity. And what was the one thing I asked in return? Do you remember?
Loyalty.
Loyalty! Let this serve as a lesson, should any of you think it a good idea to threaten my operation. It's funny. As a child, I thought of snow as the tears of God, frozen by our sins. Weak with hunger, I stared into the sky, hoping it was me he wept for. Me he sought to save. But God did not save me. The vault did. He took me to a fine house, gave me hearty meals, a warm bed. For the first time, someone extended a hand, showed me kindness, compassion. And it was then that I made a vow. I vowed to never turn my back on he who was there for me when God was not.
So you served the Vault, knowing full well what he was a part of.
The Order made our paths intersect. I owed them a debt, and I repaid it by saving this city from its own destruction.
A life debt is a strong motivator. It took hold of this one's Hugad, drove it, and never let go.
Yet not with the same compassion you were shown. Too many have suffered by your hand in pursuit of this cause.
You're right. Perhaps I deserve this death. But I am but one cog in a large wheel. One that still turns unhindered.
Not for long. Where you have gone, there will be no tears waiting for you.
What news do you bring?
The Needle will never sting again.
Well done, Eivor. Who was hiding behind the name?
My love, there has been an attack at the markets. The dockmaster, Grigory, is dead.
The needle. Sold off the wares he seized to collect silver for the vault.
He had no such authority. Why would anyone believe him?
The council seal. That rat.
This is getting out of hand. How he was able to obtain this is concerning. I must return and prepare for the Yuletide feast, but I will do so with a bent ear and a keen eye. Be safe.
A valuable seal. And a riddle. One of the four is ours. One of the four. Risje, Faravid, Odin, and...
You're the four members of the council.
We should search their offices now, while they're occupied with the Yuletide feast.
Yes. Yes. Come, to the archives.
Scratch marks on the floor.
Yours desk used to be against the other wall.
So why the change?
A hidden entrance. Where does this lead?
Guard the door. A load of wine was removed from here, and the room smells of almonds. It may be the wine was poisoned.
It is likely the wine for the Yuletide feast. Do you think one of the council means to kill someone?
Looks that way.
It is not him, not Major. He would never do this.
Keep your focus. Once we have all the facts, then we can worry about Hjor. Right now we need to get to the Yuletide feast. The people are in danger.
You're right. The Roman amphitheater. Let us go.
You see the wine?
No.
Then there's still time.
The entire council is here. Any one of them could be the vault.
I need you to keep an eye out for the wine. I'll speak to each of the council members, see if I can trap them in a lie.
Even Hjor?
Even Hjor. If he is the vault, I'll not allow him to kill all these people. Ljuvina.
I heard you. Just grant me one thing. Confer with me before you make your move.
I will. Faravid, a word if I may.
Ah, Drengr. If it's to join arms with me, the answer is yes. We can use someone like you against the Picts.
I may be courted, but I am selective with whom I join. Are you a drinker?
Ha! If that is a challenge, I am up for it.
Very well. I'll return with some wine.
Wine? Come now, we will do this over ale. That will give us a good measure of who can better fight its lure.
Aldon, it seems you have found the funds to go ahead with the feast after all. You must be elated.
That is putting it lightly. Look at it. I could not have asked for a better turnout. Soon the feast will begin. And these people will be given everything they deserve.
We should honor you. I'll fetch us some wine.
No, I mustn't indulge. The wine is for the people of Jorvik. But when it arrives, do help yourself.
Sure. Who was that?
There you are. I was beginning to worry.
Worry not. We have tracked the vault here. He's someone on the council.
You are certain?
I am. Once I discover who, I will dig my blade into his heart and end this for good. Until then, it's important that I investigate without raising suspicion. I need your help.
Of course. What do you need me to do?
Drink yourself into a drunken fit.
What? Why?
I need a distraction. Keep their eyes off of me. The wine should arrive soon. Drink 3 full cups, then make a scene.
I can't be seen doing that. You'll have to find another way.
Just do it.
Ah, come to join the feast, have you?
I have some bad news. The wine for the feast has spoiled.
Of course it has. Why would I expect differently? I'll have my men dump it. There may be more wine in my private stores. I'll send a man to retrieve it. Is there anything else?
That is all. Enjoy the feast.
I shall try.
We need to find the vault. Have you any idea who it is?
I believe I have. Each of the council members has given me reason to suspect them. Some more than others.
Who is it you suspect?
Audun was the one pushing for the feast from the start. He planned it, which means he would have had access to the wine. And he was helping Abbess Ingeborg collect Christian texts. She turned out to be the firebrand.
Yes. Yes, you're right. And the wine?
Of all the councilmen, he knew the wine had not yet arrived. When I offered some, he flat out refused, insisting it be saved for the guests. For these reasons, I think Audun is the vault.
Brothers, sisters, dear friends, welcome all. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our honored guests. Here with me are some of Jorvik's most revered lords. Men and women who have kept Jorvik trudging through these harsh times. I am pleased to say that today, on today we honor you. We honor as well the nobles to whom we are all so
The wine.
indebted.
Audun is the vault.
Too late for them. We must not miss our chance.
Join me now in celebrating their successes and yours. To everything you deserve and more.
Shit!
And now, deafened and blinded by lust for indulgence, your foolish pride, I will tell you just what nobility is. A death sentence. A new world of order is upon us. A pity none of you will live to see it.
Get the councilmen to safety. I will handle Audun. Go! What did you hope to gain with all this? What riches are worth so much misery and the deaths of honorable men and women?
Only a feeble mind would call them honorable. They are privileged, sedentary, complacent. They wasted their resources. I secured our power through wealth. I contributed to the future of a glorious order.
On the backs of honest people, merchants and priests and nobles alike.
Eivor, you are wrong. Held back by your primitive cosmology. 9 worlds in the tree? No. 9 times 9,000 worlds. And as many suns.
9 nights I hung in the tree, sacrificing myself to myself. So does the wise one seek wisdom.
Countless spheres, awaiting our gift, our enlightenment.
I live in one world only. You live in none.
I don't care. I want answers.
Calm, Lord Risie. Audun is dead.
That doesn't calm me. I wanted to rip the bastard's spine out myself. You want to calm me? Start talking.
Audun aligned himself to a secret group that was plotting to overtake Jorvik.
He had help from 2 others. Grigory the Dockmaster and Ingeborg the Abbess.
And you, Eivor? You were after these conspirators from the moment you arrived?
Yes, though I could not let it be known. This group can reach any person, permeate the walls of any city. Much like the worms of a spoiled apple, they would have eaten Jorvik from the inside out if we let them.
But you stopped that from happening. We owe you a debt of gratitude. You can be sure Halfdan Jarl will hear of this.
If the threat is gone, then you have my gratitude as well. I'm alive today, and so are many others because of you. I'd like to name you an honorary High Reeve of Jorvik, Eivor. Would you accept?
It has a nice sound to it. You honor me, Lord.
You have earned it.
Then if I may, a hoard of silver is left unaccounted for in the grottos beneath these streets.
That's right. Silver the Dockmaster was collecting.
What do you propose we do with it?
Hard-working merchants were robbed of their wares. Honor Yuletide by giving the silver back to the honest citizens of Jorvik.
A wise suggestion. I agree.
Fine. I will see to it that Hjord distributes the silver evenly. Come, Faravid. Help me secure this hoard. I could use a bloody walk.
We have a saying in Bjarmia. Only the dead get to complain.
And we're still living.
I could muster a few complaints about the king and the treasury, but I shall forbear. You did it, Eivor.
We did. It may be we were the recipe to keep Norway from Harald all along.
We still can be.
No. Norway is behind me now, and the rest of England ahead. That said, I must be going.
Wait. Should you ever need us, we will come.
One last thing. The silver on your desk, Hjord. It planted a seed of doubt in my mind, so I must know. What is it for?
I suppose I can forgo the element of surprise. I hired a silversmith to craft a love token for Lufina. A Yuletide gift.
You sneak.
I'll take my leave before you shame the throne.
Until our paths cross again, old friend.
In this world, or the next. Jorvik is now free of the Order's influence.
Brilliant as ever, my friend. Thank you for all you have done.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
One more gone. The world is brighter for it. As a token of gratitude, I want you to have this. Thank you. I expect there are yet more to claim.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
I have purged the Order of Ancients from Jorvik with Yuvina and Hjord's aid. And should we ever need theirs, they will come.
You do this work well, Eivor. Is it a prelude to you joining the Hidden Ones?
I doubt it. Not enough glory in these back alley brawls.
Ah, here is something for you. An odd letter arrived a few days ago, signed by one calling himself...
A poor fellow soldier of Christ.
That's right. Someone you know.
Not by sight. But this soldier has intimate knowledge of the Order. He's the reason I have found them so easily in the cities.
The letter says you must travel to Winchester, visit God's house and look for a man in white. Then recite this passage. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom.
All right. I'll speak with Randvi, get a fuller picture of all this. I want to see the Alliance map. My mind is fixed on Sussex. Bassam and I have a chance to save Sigurd. But we will need an army.
That is for you to decide. The more alliances you have, the better your chances at victory.
I will go now, and I'll bring Sigurd back with me. That is a promise.
Good. I will send word to our allies at once. Meet with Basim when you can. He should be in Croydon by now.
You wouldn't be the first man to fall asleep on watch, but you would be the loudest.
I did not mean to fail you, Gutrum Jarl. It was only for a moment. I was so tired.
As are we all, boy. We marched hard to get here. Still, let's not disappoint me again. You hear?
My Jarl, I'm sorry.
You must be Eivor. I've heard much of you, young one. They say you're something. We'll see.
Stay around a while and judge for yourself.
Oh, I will. Have no fear of that.
Eivor hopes to rescue Sigurd from the madwoman Fulke, now ensconced in Porchester Fortress. If you wish to crown yourself King of Wessex, Porchester must fall. An alliance here serves us both.
You promised a great army, but you couldn't breach a Crone's garden with what you have assembled here.
This is not the sum of my forces. Where are the rest?
Your allies are on their way. We must be patient.
We cannot wait for them. We march as soon as we are able.
With these numbers, are you keen to see Valhalla today?
I'll not sit on my heels while Sigurd rots in that she-dog's care.
We might muster for an attack in the woods east of Porchester. But there are scouts between there and here.
Scouts I can manage. Point me at them and I will blind Fulke's eyes.
One walks the road between Briggsworth and Chichester. Another on the riverbank north of Crowley. A third keeps watch on the hills south of Croendene. But I warn you, these are all we know of. There may be more.
A risk we must take. I will find the scouts. You move the men into position near Porchester.
That is a rash gamble, Ravenfeeder. If we are spotted, we will be vulnerable.
If you want victory, come now or not at all. Every hour we waste could be Sigurd's last.
You had better be all they promised.
Basim, good to find you here. What news do you have?
Fulke remains at Porchester, just as we suspected. And as of 3 days ago, Sigurd was with her, alive.
That is the best news we could hope for. And how are you?
I am well, and keen to see my old friend again.
You'll be glad to see you, I'm sure. Guthrum Jarl, your second Soma talked often of you and your conquests.
They are all one in my memory. A single great battle that stretches from my first breath to the end of this sentence.
It sounds glorious. A living Valhalla.
Perhaps it does. But what happens when all the dead wear the same face, and their pleas become a senseless blare? Where did Torsten die? On a field or in a marsh? We were close as brothers once, yet I don't recall where or when.
You wear the scars of battle, and not only on your skin.
The needle of loss becomes blunt once you have been pierced enough. But enough of that.
Luvina, once again we battle side by side.
Greetings from the north, old friend.
And how is Yor?
Still griping about the mess we made of Jorvik's council. But grateful for the help. To be honest, I think he's upset he didn't see the problem sooner. His pride is slow to heal.
Thank you for heeding my call, friend. Sigurd will be grateful when he hears you have come.
For your brother, I would upturn every rock in England.
Eivor, my second favorite Norse.
Must we always drift together on such violent tides?
That is the way of things. Yet the meeting of friends is a glimmer of light in these dark days.
Ever the optimist, though. It's good to see you both.
I brought no pleasant words, only my blade. Let's see which proves more useful.
Eivor, you giant steaming bowl of elk piss. King Oswald sends his regards.
Brothir, brother. Or is it the other way around?
Gods, you're a sight to stir a weary heart. It is not his heart that's stirring.
There'll be time later to reminisce. Are you madmen ready to spill some blood?
After that bastard Red, some nice soft Saxons will make easy meat for my blade.
The scouts are dead, and you're safely encamped. I told you this would work.
Time will tell.
Any eye that saw you has been dimmed by death.
You are not short on confidence. That much is clear.
I found something of interest on one of the scouts. Fulke has news of Croenden's fall. She's gathering men and supplies, perhaps to weather a siege.
If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester, it might be months before we can get Sigurd out.
Do you still say I am reckless in my haste, Guthrum?
Saxons! Saxons from the west!
I say your haste has put us squarely in the shit.
Fall back, you dogs! Back to Porchester!
They flee like rabbits!
Then we chase them like hounds! That ugly bastard's head is mine! Not if I get there first, slow-arse!
Leave him! The day's already won!
obey your false deities like a plague to this land. But you know nothing of those who truly decide our fate.
I decide your fate today, Saxon.
I am ready for my final journey. Let me see what lies beyond.
I will not. Go and tell Folke what you saw today. Tell her Eivor is coming to tear her heart from her chest.
I will tell Fulke her opponent is a weakling who does not have the stomach to finish what they started.
Reckless stripling! I warned you the risk was too great!
Peace, Guthrum. It is Fulke who merits your wrath, not Eivor.
You have not seen the half of my wrath. How many of my men now lie dead on account of this glory hoarder?
Many have died, my friend here among them. The fault is mine, knowing that is shame enough.
Small comfort that is to the dead.
What happened here?
Uba, Soma, you come at a black hour.
And too late to bloody our blades. Most a pity.
I hope to take Porchester with this one, but Folk is forewarned now. I have no more appetite for this. I will go west.
Go then, but know you leave me in a time of need.
What you need is to swallow your pride, raven feeder. Listen to wiser heads than yours.
Eivor?
I will hear you, Guthrum Saxon-Bane, if you wish to speak your piece.
You want your Jarl back? You must be cold as frost. Bravery is your enemy as often as your friend. We do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected, strike swift, gather your allies, pick your moment. Then, and only then, you crush them. You can triumph yet. Go with the wisdom of Odin, the power of Thor, the wit of Freya. Go and find your brother.
Guthrum spoke in anger, but there is wisdom in what he says.
I heard and heeded. I'm not too proud to admit my mistake.
Then there is wisdom in you as well.
We will wait for our allies before the final attack. Until then, we have work to do. First, we need a new camp. The Saxons think we have retreated, but we will draw even closer. Here.
Arrive unexpected.
Erke, Stove, Juvena. Right there ahead of me. Together, we will bring them down.
It brings me no pleasure to fight my own people. But a debt is a debt.
Besides, they're men of Wessex, Alfred's folk. No brothers of yours.
We will set off immediately. Together we will fall upon them as Thor's hammer.
After that, we should strike at Fulke's supplies all across Sussex.
Yes. If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester, we will lose our chance to rescue Sigurd.
The letter I found on the scout mentioned Bridgeworth, Guildeford, and Crowley.
They produce weapons in Crowley. Food in Guildeford. Bridgeworth is a stronghold. Many Saxon swords there.
Uber, I need your axe arm at Guildeford. Soma, you and your men will aid me in Crowley.
Count on us.
I will go to Bridgeworth and take a measure of things there.
Good. I'll join you after I've dealt with the Saxon camp.
A lion's heart and a crow's cunning. Guthrum judged you too swiftly.
We have work to do. Let's be about it.
What I would give to be there when he appears in Odin's hall. Old One Eye will have his hands full tonight. But I cannot let my brother lie forgotten in unknown soil. I must take him home. Bury him with what finery I can muster.
I understand. May Freya watch your way, brother. Until we meet again.
Aye. Until then.
Now here's a welcome face. Soma. How fares Grendebridge?
We thrive, just as we did our first year. And I have you to thank for that.
The risk I took was far less than you're taking now. I thank you for heeding my call.
An oath is an oath, Eivor. Silver-gilded and ironclad.
Uber Regnason. It puts me at ease to see you here. Welcome.
Eivor Wolfkiss tempts me with a swipe at Wessex. Who am I to resist?
Here we might finish the work your father began a decade back. Are you ready?
More than ready. I am hungry.
How does it look?
Crawling with Saxon soldiers like lice on a swine. The very sight sours my blood.
Would the sight of their bodies in the mud please you better?
One way to find out.
Eivor, I beg you. Alfred's men or not, they are Saxons and Christians. If I could speak to them, we might avoid bloodshed.
And lose the element of surprise? These people make their living by the blade. We should attack headlong.
No sense raising the alarm. I'll take care of them quietly. Be ready to come to my aid.
We have your back, Eivor.
All is ready?
We're a town of farmers and shepherds. This place bristles with swords. One of them is a thane by his dress. Serious men with him too. Went into the longhouse.
If we take care, we might avoid drawing the Thane's attention while we burn the grain silos.
Was that a jest? Bring them on! Been too long since I met a Saxon warrior worth half a shit.
Hold still, you woolly git!
I went through all that just so you could kill that poor beast?
A man like me can ill afford to slaughter a sheep for victuals, but the Elderman demanded it, and I must obey. Between you and me, I've been dying to murder this bastard for ages. Fenton was a royal pain in my ass. Still, you did me a good turn, stranger. Take some meat for your help. The Elderman won't miss it.
It's mutton stew for me tonight. Farewell. What have you discovered?
Bridge were swarms with guards, reinforced from the river. Word is that two of Fulke's finest oversee such matters.
We should kill these leaders and burn their ships. Crippled and put to panic, their men will be in no place to join Fulke at Porchester.
Frightened men look to their own interests. A good plan.
Soma, what is happening here?
Bandits, taking advantage of the disorder in Sussex to fill their pockets. Odin smiles on us today.
Let us make sure this place is burned to the ground. Fulke will get no more weapons from here.
We could charge in while they are distracted, but it would be safer to use fire arrows.
We burn them from afar. Watch them scatter like cats.
A sound decision. I agree.
Soma Jarlskona. You seem grave.
I'm thinking on the battle to come. Every conflict has a cost. I wonder who will pay this time.
We are no strangers to loss, you and I.
The ache of absent souls is a wound that never heals. But we may yet return your brother to your side. There is that.
Fulke and her men will bear the cost today, not us.
I wish I were as sure of it as you.
Earston, I'm glad to see you again. How's your family?
Alvida keeps my house and heart in order. She has even charmed that old shrew, Adred.
And Elorich, he has not returned.
I hear stories of a man full of tempests, picking fights in taverns. We must hope, when hope is all we have.
I am sorry for your troubles, but glad for your help.
I have brought for you a ram of unsurpassed craftsmanship. Their gates will not hold long against it.
That is a fine gift indeed. I'll make good use of it.
Fight hard, Eivor.
When have I done otherwise? Ever my staunch ally, Lufina. Are your men ready?
They are. Bows strung and arrows fletched. We will harry the enemy from the flanks to keep them off your back. They will not have a moment's peace from us.
I know I can count on you, Lufina.
What are friends for?
Eldam Hunwald. You honor your father by answering my call. Swanborough sends her regards.
My lady love. Let her name be my flame of hope, for I confess the thought of this battle turns my guts to water.
Fighting is easy. Just look your opponent in the eyes, then put an axe between them.
Yes, I remember. Well, I have brought the best archers in Lincolnshire to lend their bows to your cause.
Good. We will rain death upon our enemies today. Good work, Hunwald. Be ready.
So violence begets violence. An eye for an eye, as the good book says. But soon we will all be blind.
Not quite. Whoever makes the last strike should still have one eye left.
In the Street of the Blind, the one-eyed man is called the Guiding Light.
Does that holy tome of yours have a quote for everything?
Eivor, forgive me. I have slain too many of my own people already. Cannot kill more. I must return to London.
And you, Erke, do you feel the same?
Someone has to keep an eye on him in the big city. He would only get himself killed otherwise.
We took this camp together, so I'll ask no more of you. Return home, and let your friendship be a beacon to all peoples.
Godspeed, Eivor. I pray you come back safe.
Uba, any advice before we begin?
Advice? You need none of that now. You stand in no one's shadow, Eivor.
Lofty praise from the son of Ragnar Lothbrok.
It may be that one day our paths lead us to doom, Eivor. But at least we can say the footprints we left were our own.
Bishop Deolov. Strange to see a man of God on the battle lines.
It may surprise you, but I was no stranger to horse and hunt in my younger days.
It is Saxons we fight this day, Deolov. Not Britons, and not in Mercia.
It is Fulke I fight. A false Christian preaching a corruption of God's word. If I can assist in her downfall, I will.
Then you are welcome here, friend.
You are quite the agent of chaos. Fulke's men are chasing their tails, not knowing where you will strike next.
Porchester has neither the supplies nor the forces to keep us out now.
And you have bought time for your allies to arrive. Many have come, not least the bishop here.
As I promised. As the keeper of God's word, it would be poor form if I did not keep my own.
Now, if the talking is done, there's blood to be spilled.
Eivor, dark news. We found a letter on one of the dead. Fulke has called for aid.
Reinforcements.
A Saxon army marches from Winchester.
Then my men and I will ride to meet them. We will harry them every step of the way to buy you time.
We may begin the assault at once, or you might wish to speak with your allies, if you've not done so already.
Warm words do thaw the chill of battle fear.
We march. When the sun sets on this day, Sigurd will be returned to us, and Fulke's head will be on a spike.
Let us begin.
Eivor, did you enjoy the gift I left you in Canterbury?
You will die today, Fulke! But your men may live if you come here to me and settle this alone!
We have nothing to settle. Die on these walls if you will. It is your choice.
No wall is high enough to keep me from you!
Then come! Claim your brother if you can. I shall wait with him. If you would find us, you need only follow his screams.
Fulke! What will the skulls say when they speak of this day? They will say we unleashed such rampant slaughter, that Odin himself stirred on his throne to watch. They will say that ravens blackened the sky, to feast on Saxon dead. So raise your swords with me now, brothers and sisters, for today is the day we carve our names into legend! I'm coming for you, brother. Fulke!
I have done all I could to help him, Ava. The rest is up to you.
No! No! deliver you. I have you.
Let me stay with him. You deal with Fulke.
I'll come back for you. I promise. You cower for me, Fulke, like a rat in the dark.
We're all in the dark, Ava. It is the search for the light that brings us closer to the gods.
Save your babble! Death is our language now.
You fight beneath the banner of ignorance, Ava. I could pull back the curtain for you, give you a glimpse of what lies beyond.
I need nothing from you.
Do you not wonder, Eivor, at the things I have learned?
Every word you say is madness.
Sigurd is an ancient one, an archer, Nephilim, Isu, call him what you will. He is reborn.
He's my brother and my Jarl, and you're mindsick.
He is everything we should hope to be.
Fulke! Damn you to hell! Nobody touch her. She is mine.
You are too late, Eivor. I have opened your brother's mind to the truth. That is my victory. And you will go with me to the grave.
Burn in your hell!
Stop. You misunderstand.
I'll eat your heart!
She has saved your brother.
Animals we are. Spit and vomit. Shit. Sigurd is so much more. I gave him that understanding. That gift.
You gave him pain!
Yes! To awaken him! All that power, all that potential locked away! A god trapped in a prison of bones! Pain was necessary to free him! Behold his terrible beauty! The beauty of the
Hers was the great work, the highest achievement of humankind. Now you, Eivor, you must carry it forward.
Sigurd!
I can walk. Let me walk.
Sigurd.
Eivor. I will fight. As a thresher through a field of wheat, mad one.
What has she done to you?
Eivor! We delayed them as long as we could.
Reinforcements from Winchester have come.
Get Sigurd to a boat. I will hold them off till you're safely away.
Fight well, Eivor. Find us at the settlement when you can.
Archers! To the walls!
Is that the last of them?
We have beaten them back for now, but without Guthrum's army, we do not have the numbers to hold this fort.
We found Sigurd. That is what matters.
Guthrum was hasty in his judgment, Eivor. You are fit to stand with the best of us. Go to your brother. The words of one beloved will heal him faster than herbs. I will see to matters here.
May the gods guide you, Uba, until we meet again.